What's up, everyone? It's Joe from Team Dark Magic Attack. Um, I just wanted to go over a current deck list that I'm kind of trying out here. It's not set in stone, but last week at locals, I just got demolished. Just because of Droll and Droll. Like every match I played, I went first and I'd play Rod, and then like somebody would like be like Droll, or if I played Circle, Droll, and whatever, and it just completely shuts the stack down because like we don't have any monster effects that special summon really from like deck or graveyard or anything like that. And the thing with Dark Magician is like it all relies on other cards to work. Um, ooh, so I'm gonna try this deck out. Like I'll try it on Nexus here just to see how it works out. It just depends on what I get. But starting off, uh, two Dark Magicians. I'm sorry I don't have the physical cards out at the moment. I've just been sorting out a bunch of my cards and deck building. So like my table that I usually have is just covered with everything. Then I'm uploading another YouTube video, so yeah. But two Dark Magicians, don't play three. You can play one, but two's all you need. Um, Playing one Red Eyes just for Red Eyes Fusion. And before that one guy comments, "Oh, Red Eyes Fusion sucks," blah 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 blah. Like, get over yourself, because I have a feeling this guy's gonna comment on the video once again, and I'm just getting tired of it, honestly. Um, Moving on. Tamias, just one. That's all you need. I mean, he's just another poly for you guys. Running one Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon. Basically, draw him. You can dump a vanilla in the graveyard, special summon him, and then he becomes a level 7. But when he's in the graveyard, the following turn you can banish him to get a ref from is it deck and graveyard to the hand? Yeah, deck or graveyard to hand. So that helps out a lot, honestly. Princess Illusion mainly just if you have Dragoon out and someone's trying to swing over you, you can just drop her for an extra 2,000 attack. I, once in a blue moon, I'll use her to special summon to get Dark Magician. That's like if I have like secrets and red eyes in my hand or something already, I can just like dump another card, bring her out, and then use secrets. Or if I have like Tamias to fuse or something like that. So I mean, like that's kind of nice. It doesn't happen very often from on my side of things, but I usually just have her just for the attack boost, really. Dark Magician Girl, she's only here basically for Soul Servant, and I guess Magician Salvation, kind of, but mainly for just Soul Servant for that draw too. Um, Only two rods. Some people are starting to play just one rod now, which is fine. You can search him with Illusion of Chaos or like Soul Servant, but I think two's fine. I mean, because like if he gets Ash, he gets Ash, and he's just kind of like a dead uh monster. I mean, you can always link him off into Artemis. Oof. You can always link him off to Artemis, but and then hopefully recycle him. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it, two's fine. Three just gets too bricky. I'm playing three Ash and then three Droll, and I'm just gonna swing down here because I'm also playing three Nobleman across out or a crossout designator, not Nobleman across out. This isn't 2002. Um, but no crossout designator. Just like I said, I just kept getting drolled, and I couldn't do anything. I'd play Rod, and then they'd be like, "Oh, droll," and I'd set Eternal Soul and pass or whatever. Like I couldn't do anything else because Illusion of Chaos, he adds one to hand if I'm not mistaken. Real this add one Dark Magician, Red Eyes Insight adds another one. This one you get to add another one. Add one Dark Magic attack or 1,000. Not that to play Dark Magic attack or 1,000 knives, but like everything I had, even prep, like you get drolled, you're done. Like, you know, you can't really do a whole lot with how this deck works. Um, and of course, like I didn't have like souls in my hand at the time. I just had rod, circle. I think I had a prep and illusion of chaos. So like I had like everything, and then even like one round I had red eyes insight, got drolled and whatever. But that's why I'm running 3 crossout designators, just so I can get prepared. So if I play my rod or circle or illusion of chaos, I can just axe it. 3 magician souls just is just great card. Uh, Dump a dark magician or a girl. You can either special summon this, um, and then like when it's on the field, you can pop up to like 2 of your spell and traps from hand or field, and then draw 2. So that's always nice if you have like an extra Eternal Soul in your hand, or if you have like, say they did like, uh, you know, Droll you or something, and you had like Soul Servant or something like that, you can always just drop your Soul Servant or something like that, I guess, just to get it in the graveyard to draw or whatever, because I guess technically drawing is different from adding. I'm pretty sure. Um, but anyway, yeah. And then if not, you can always just dump him and then special summon a dark magician or girl. This helps, just to get him on the field, but also like if you do have magician salvation and you have like girl in the graveyard and you summon dark magician, you can bring her out, and then you can always like link climb or whatever, you know, just have her on the field for something. Soul servant, whatever. Uh, 2 illusion of chaos, just searcher. That's it. I've summoned him like once or twice, and that was just because that's all I had. But he's there. Um, 3 ref. I think that I might drop it down to 2. Sorry, had a message. I might drop it down to 2 just because like running 2 Red Eyes Insights, and then I got uh Black Meteor Dragon, so I might drop it down, just lower the card count here if I have to, because I'm running 43, so I'm trying to bring it down to 40. It's just hard to do, especially just adding this in and that in. 3 upstarts nuts. It's up to 3. So you can use this with Soul Servant, play Upstart, Chain Soul Servant, get whatever card you need. Timaeus, Circle, Soul, Salvation, Dark Magician, whatever you need. Put it on top, and then use your Upstart because it will resolve, and then just draw what you need. You can also use that somewhat with Circle. Say you do whiff on something. Um, you circle, and then it's like red ice fusion, ash, and rod or whatever. You can arrange those in any order. So like say you arrange them and you have your ref on, you put your ref on top, just use your upstart then afterwards and just draw it. So it's a huge win for the deck. And then like you can use the same for like Soul Servant with circle, play circle with Chain Soul Servant, and then get whatever spell and trap you need. Terraforming just to get either Secret Village or Salvation. It's pretty cut and dry. Uh, 2 Red Eyes Insights. Basically, send a Red Eyes monster, then add 1 Red Eyes spell or trap. So basically, what you want to do is activate Insight, drop him, because like when he's in the graveyard, next turn you can banish him and just grab another ref from deck or graveyard. So like say if your thing gets ashed, your ref gets ashed, next turn you can just banish and then just try to do it again. 2 preps for the Illusion of Chaos. I think two's fine for right now. I mean, some people play 3 and then 2 Illusion of Chaos, so they play like 3 Illusion of Chaos and 2 preps. Like that's fine, however you want to play. I just think 2 and 2's right good for right now, just with how this build is. Already went over Soul Servant, just playing 2 for now. Normally I would play 3, but this is just like I said, just trying not to go over or have too many cards in the deck. Like I feel 43 is already too many, but we'll see how this plays out. One secret's just for the fusions. I already went over cross out and circle. Snatch steal is great. I used this the other day. Uh, Coming to one's awesome, especially like if we use ref, we can't summon. So like if we get Dragoon out using ref, we get the two pops, and like say they do have a monster on the field, you can just like snatch steal it, and then just pop whatever else they have on the field and attack with your monster. So if they have like a nice like 3,000 beat stick, or anything like 2,000 or higher or whatever, it just gets one monster out of the way. So like it's an extra summon per se for us. Same thing with like Change of Heart. I'm playing it in the side deck, but yeah. Secret Village, this with Dragoon, like, is nuts. Like, I've won so many with just this and Dragoon. And then, if you throw Skill Drain face down, it's nuts. Um, Secret Village, Magician's Elevation, basically just the Eternal Soul. The other effect does come up now and then. Like I said earlier, it's mainly just a link climb or something. It's nothing, it's nothing special. It doesn't have any other effect, but it's just a link climb for me personally. Or to save my butt, like if I have nothing on the field, they attack, use Eternal Soul, bring back, DM, and then DMG. Just, block a couple attacks. Um, Two Eternal Souls. I just think two's pretty decent. I could probably drop this down to one just because you can always search it with Soul Servant, and stack it. Like if it gets destroyed or ripped out or whatever, you can just bring it back. So I might just take this down to one, and maybe like one ref. So we'll see. Maybe I could take out like one of these just to make it an even 40. Extra deck is pretty standard for the most part. Two Dragoons, just best card for Dark Magician. One Dragon Knight, pretty standard. Magician or Master of Chaos, like this card is nuts. Like at first when he first came out, like everyone was like, no, but like, dude, the more you use it, like the more you like him. This guy's won me so many duels just because like you summon him and then you bring a card back and like you can attack for game, or even if you bring back like Tamias from the graveyard and then tribute Dark Magician Girl and Tamias, where you banish everything and then just attack for game. Like this card is nuts. And then when he's destroyed or whatever, um, or by card or effect, yeah, by battle or card effect, you can grab spell cards. So like even that's like even better because then you can just grab like your secrets if you need a fuse again, or just grab your soul servant, stack your deck with whatever. Um, I don't know. I played him in Master Duel and I didn't mind him. Um, it was fun because like you get the one burn per turn. But then like every monster you use an attack, if it attacks defense position, it does piercing damage. So like theoretically, like if you have an opponent's monster and it has like really bad defense, you do the piercing damage, but then like once per turn you can like burn them for whatever their attack is. So like if you have something with like 1,000 defense and like 2,000 attack or whatever, then you have something like Dark Magician, you can do piercing damage for like 1,500 or 1,000 or whatever it would be, and then you can burn them for whatever attack they have. So like that's pretty nice. The only other thing is like I'm not playing Gaia the Dragon Champion, but like if this card's destroyed, you can special summon both Dark Magician and one Gaia the Dragon Champion from hand deck or extra deck or graveyard. Um, I don't know, like if I want to play the Gaia the Dragon Champion, like it's just a brick in the deck, but like if I can find a way to like pop him somehow, like during battle phase, like that would just be awesome. Then I would, because attack or whatever. Then during battle phase, pop him, summon Dark Magician, Gaia, the Dragon Champion. I think Dragon Champion's what 2,600 attack, and then just attack for a game or something. So like something like that would be nice. But I haven't really played him yet, so like in real life, but like Master Duel, he works out. I mean, just because we don't have Dragoon, but I mean it's kind of gimmicky, but hey, it works. I just wish he was a spellcaster and not a dragon, but even if he's on the field and you got like Dark Magician or someone, um, you attack with all your monsters. If you have secrets, you can just fuse him into, Dragoon or something. Or, him if you need to, last minute for game. So I guess that's kind of a benefit. It'd be nice if he was Dark Magician on field or graveyard. Like all these should be called Dark Magician, but whatever. Anyway, you got the Dark Magician's pretty standard. Um, I've honestly never really summoned them for a long while. It's nice if you have to get like Dark Magician or Girl in the graveyard, just for like Eternal Soul or something or whatever. I mean, the effect's nice. You get to draw a card and then set it, but and then you get the floating effect. But yeah, I honestly don't really play this a whole lot. It's just nice if I have like nothing in my hand. If I have like Rod on the field and then like Dark Magician and like Secrets and like everything else I have is a dud. It's cool to do it first turn so they destroy it and then you get your two cards. Red Eyes, this kind of works out because you play Red Eyes Black Dragon and then Meteor Dragon sometimes if he's a level 7. But normally don't use his effect. But like it's mainly for the burn effect. So if your opponent has like 1,500 life points, you can just play that, and then like next turn, so they have something to swing over it because he can't be destroyed by card effects when he has material. So like as long as you get something there, if they can bring something out with 3,000 basically, you're pretty good. Um, so it's just there for burn damage, end game or whatever. Big Eye, I just like Big Eye because it steals your opponent's monster, and there's nothing better than stealing their monster and then attacking it. Them with their own monster for game. I did that one time playing against Seth, and it was great. And he hates it. Access code in Selene, and then I'll just kind of like swing Dark into here. Like Dark, when you summon and grab a Dark monster from your opponent's graveyard, special summon it, and then use that to link into Selene. Selene, use your spell counters to special summon a spellcaster from the graveyard to one of the Errors of Plain Steel. Mainly just, grab like Dark Magician Girl or something. Make sure it's an effect monster. And then grab access code. And then, there you go. You can give them 3,000 attack points, and then you can banish Dark, or, if you use Artemis or something to, pop something. I got Phoenix in here just for some general spell and trap card pop. I might take this out and throw something else in. I don't know yet. Maybe like Relinquish Anima or like Link Karibo just for souls. Not 100% sure, but I mean, I like it because it's a Link too, so I can get rid of like Rod on the field and Dark Magician as well. Because I had that issue a while back ago. Like the only Link 2 I was running was Dark, and I already used Dark, and it's like I really wanted to get rid of Dark Magician on the field, um, and Rod, because Rod with the recycling effect. So the Link 2 is nice. So I don't know, we'll see. And then Link Spider and I'm Duke, just basically just a link off Dark Magician. If I have like Dark Magical Circle and Eternal Soul, and Skill Drain, like I try to get rid of Dark Magician as much as possible just to have that disruption for next turns when they play something or a monster. I can just banish it and just get rid of it. Artemis, mainly just when you play Rod, Search, whatever, and at end or before your end phase. Like if you go first, honestly, use Artemis and then just kick out Rod, put them in the graveyards, and then you can recycle them if you activate like Eternal Soul or Soul Servant or something on your opponent's turn. And then side deck, I'm not too sure just yet, but 3 Nibs just saved me during my matchup with Fire Kings. So Nibs are nice. One Change of Heart. I don't know if I want to keep this in or not, but like it's a nice side deck option. Once again, just stealing your opponent's monster attack, and then like end phase, just link it off or something. Link it off into Dark, or you can use it for Phoenix or whatever, depending on what the monster is. 2 Lightning Storms for going second. Extra Secret Village, just depending on if I'm playing against someone heavily relies on spells like Sky Strikers. We have like one guy that comes up once in a blue moon he plays Sky Strikers, so like this is always like an instant win. Um, Evenly matched just for going second. If I go and just nothing goes right, and then second or my turn, I'll just battle phase and banish all their stuff. Um, I threw three of these in here. Like this card is nuts, and I just don't know why like a lot of people don't play it. Like I understand it's a trap, so like it sucks, but like going first and then just like setting it, and then it's like when your opponent activates a monster from hand or graveyard, or if they use like a banish effect or whatever, it negates it, and then you do 2,000 burn damage. So like it's not even once per turn either. So like you could have two of these face down. Someone tries to ash you, negate, burn them for two, and then play something else. They try to droll you or something, negate, burn them for two. So right there's half your life points, and then skill drain just because I love skill drain. Uh, like I wish I have this in the main deck, just because this helps out so much. But like I said, I'm opting out just for the cross out designators, just so I have that nice flow. But let me know what you guys think about it. I'm gonna probably play it here on Nexus for a little while, um, and just see how it works. I know it's not local, so I might not get like anyone playing Droll, so that's fine. Well, I just want to see how it works out here. Um, and I'll let you know then. All right, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.